Hello, my name's Nadia. I've been asked to do a demonstration of my styling method. This is the co-wash I use, As I Am Coconut Co-Wash. So I take a decent amount of time. I start with my scalp, make sure I scrub my scalp really well, and then I will apply to my hair. I rake it through, get it really nice and detangled, and then I rinse thoroughly. So after that, I use the Not Your Mother's Pink. It's fabulous. Again, I rake this through. I rake all of my products through. Just want to make sure that I get even distribution and make sure that everything is good to go. Now to the styling. I use two different products to style. What I start with is my absolute favorite product ever. It's the Kinky Curly Curling Custard. It's just so great. It makes my hair soft, it makes it shiny, very bouncy. It's amazing. And after that, I use the Eco Style Argan Oil Gel. It is super strong. When I put it in, it makes my hair stick straight. But no worries because it curls right back up when it's all said and done. So what I do is I do a rake and shake method. So I section out my hair. Oh, I forgot to mention that when I do the Not Your Mother's, I apply it for regular conditioner, and then I rinse it all out, and then I will apply more afterwards for leave-in conditioner. I find it's better to do it that way. I feel like I have more control over how much the conditioner is in my hair, and it's more accurate than just trying not to rinse it all out. So we'll start with the Kinky Curly Curling Custard, and I need to get a new jar of this soon. So I get a decent amount and I rake it through. I make sure I get my roots, and I apply a little bit more of my front parts. They're more problematic. The only straightening I did for the past however many years was my bangs. I wear my hair curly, put it in a ponytail, and just straighten my bangs and go to work with it in a ponytail every day. Lots of headaches. So once I feel like I've got a decent amount of the Kinky Curly in there, I'll then take my Eco Style Gel, and I don't take much. I've got hair all over my hands. So I'll literally just dab my hand in there, and whatever comes out, that's what I'm going to start with. The great thing about using gel is you can scrunch out the crunch. Curling creams give me really bad frizz, and I feel like you can't come back from that like you can with gel. So what I do now is I make sure my hair is parted evenly so the curls don't sit the wrong way, and then I will figure out how big I want my clumps to be. You can see this one's already doing really nicely, so I'm going to leave it at that, and then I'll take two more and I'll hold my head down, and since my hair is so long and heavy, I shake close to the root, in the middle, and at the bottom, and then I'll take it very controlled and do a little crunch and leave it at that. Go to the next section. I find the bigger the section, the bigger the clumps. So again, I do the Kinky Curly. I didn't show you how much I took in the last one. If you find that your hair is starting to dry, wet it. Sometimes with the gel, I'll just circle it around my hair and then rake it. The kinky curly is easier to apply with raking. Sometimes the gel is just easier to do like a modified praying hands, just do one hand. And then rake it through. I know everyone here can relate to the feeling of wet hair wrapped around your hand. Not gross at all, right? Yeah, totally gross. The hair off my hand. All right, so this is what I do next before I plop. Scrunch it with my microfiber towel very gently. And now I'm going to plop for 30 minutes. Little insert, because this stuff will get all over you, I use witch hazel to get it off of my face and my neck. Otherwise it'll cause some pretty hellish acne. So I'll do witch hazel and then moisturizer and plop for 30 minutes. Let air dry to 50%, and then I do these Smasters with kinky curly custard and diffuse. So I'll catch you then. Okay, so we're at about 50% dry. So this is where the Smasters part comes in. Excuse the lighting, I'm in a different bathroom. So like I said earlier, I do the Smasters with the kinky curling custard. Smasters involves water. It's a way to break the cast without frizzing up your hair and getting a little more product in there to control the frizz. And by breaking the cast at this point, it helps your hair dry faster. So when you do it with the kinky curling custard, you need to just use a tiny bit. So first I'm going to get my hands wet. And then you really get that much, just a fingertip. Emulsify it with your wet hands. And take praying hands. And don't freak out, it won't stretch out your curls, they're gonna bounce right back up. One of the things I really like about the Smasters is if you see parts of your hair that you want to tame, or by tame I mean like finger coil to get it curlier, more of a ringlet, you can do that at this point. Okay, so you can see it's kind of broken up some clumps. So this is why I was saying it's a good opportunity to fix that. Make sure you maintain clumps. Make sure that your hands are wet. So if you feel them start to dry, wet them again. This is the diffuser I use. It cups my hair perfectly. And how I do it is I have it on warm and I put it on low when I turn it on. I got the diffuser piece on Amazon, and then this is just like a easy buy Revlon blow dryer. So what I do is I cup it, make sure it gets all the hair in there, and I'm going to turn it on. Back off, and you let your hair down. And you just keep doing that. It takes patience. This takes me, gosh, 20 to 30 minutes to get it to 5% dry. And then what I do at that point is I just let it finish on its own. And then once it's fully dry, I scrunch out the crunch, and that's it. quite the routine, but well worth it.